Hello, I'm Kimberly, and welcome to the weekend edition of the Native News Update. It's Friday, November 27th. Many of the stories you hear here can be found at IndianCountryTV.com. And here's the news for the day from the Associated Press and other Native news sources. The Nisqually tribal member, Billy Frank Jr., was arrested for the first time at the age of 14. In the following 30 years, he would be arrested at least 50 more times. But it was his peaceful protest and resilience while advocating for Native American treaty rights and fishery protections that brought his legacy to the White House on November 24th. President Barack Obama honored 17 Americans, including Frank, with the Presidential Medal of Freedom, the nation's highest civilian honor. The ceremony honored activists, composers, public servants, athletes, performers, and scientists who have made significant contributions to the national and security interests, world peace, or cultural endeavors. In presenting Frank's medal, Obama recalled how the Nisqually activist used to say, "I wasn't a policy guy, I was a getting rested guy." Frank passed away in May of 2014. His daughter-in-law, Pagan Frank, accepted on his behalf. Frank worked tirelessly to protect salmon habitat and fishing rights for Native American communities in the Pacific Northwest, even when faced with violence and jail time. Partnership with Native Americans can earn up to $10,000 in matching funds for donations made between November 24th and December 1st as part of the Newman's Own Foundation Challenge. Funds raised through the Newman's Own Foundation Challenge will be put toward partnership with Native Americans, food and water initiatives, supplying food boxes for pantries, serving individual families in need, and preparing meals for Native American communities living in poverty throughout 60 remote, isolated, and impoverished reservations they serve. Taking place on December 1st, #Giving Tuesday is held annually on the first Tuesday following Thanksgiving, Black Friday, and Cyber Monday to kick off the holiday giving season. The day is designed to inspire people to collaborate on improving their local communities and to give back in impactful ways to those charities and causes they support. Donations for the Newman's Own Foundation Challenge will be hosted on Crowd Rise. Partnership with Native Americans is one of 24 organizations selected to participate this year by the foundation, which was created by the late actor and philanthropist Paul Newman. To donate to PWNA's challenge, you can go to crowdrise.com/PWNA for hope. A support group for military families has donated a 10-passenger van to the Oglala Sioux tribe to help veterans living on the Pine Ridge Reservation. Tribal President John Yellowbird Steele was given the keys to the van donated by the Wounded Warriors Family Support Organization on November 23rd in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. The van will be used to transport veterans living across the reservation to various events throughout the year as well as medical appointments. Retired Colonel John Folsom with Wounded Warriors Family Support says the 2016 Ford Transit wagon was presented in memory of Corporal Brett Lundstrom, a U.S. Marine and Oglala Sioux tribal member who was killed in Iraq in 2006. Folsom said the van was originally supposed to be delivered on March of 2016, but executives at Ford fast-tracked the project so the van could be donated this month. The National Park Service and the California Department of Parks and Recreation entered into a new intergovernment agreement with the Tolola Dee-ni Nation, which will include the tribes when addressing issues such as land and resource management, decision-making, education, and planning. The tribe and park officials agreed to meet twice a year to include tribal involvement in park management. The agreement also emphasizes protection on Tolola cultural sites and resources. This is the second time an agreement of its kind has been made between the national and state park systems and a federally recognized tribe. A new website hosted by the UW-Madison School of Education has been launched to help educators teach their students about Wisconsin's Native American tribes. In a survey last year, more than 2/3 of the state's teachers said they didn't have the proper resources to teach their students about Wisconsin tribes. WisconsinAct31.org was created to fill that gap. Educating public school students about Wisconsin's American Indian nations is mandatory under Act 31, which was passed more than 20 years ago. University of Wisconsin-Madison's American Indian Curriculum Services Coordinator, Aaron Birdbear, said that despite the law, instruction has been lacking. Birdbear says the website provides free lesson plans to help teachers integrate information on Wisconsin tribes into their curriculum. And that's another roundup of news from Indian Country on this edition of the Nave News Update. I'd like to thank you for joining me and have a grand day.